What's up, y'all? It's your pretty girl, Olivia Bird. Welcome to O's House. We have a special episode for y'all today. Y'all know I don't go live often, so here we are. But we are doing a live reaction, not only on here on YouTube, but also on Instagram, Pretty Girls of We Instagram, as well as I'll be live on my Instagram as well. Tapped into the Pretty Girls of We live. Um, Turn this up some so y'all can hear. Yeah. So that's what we doing. Sorry for the delay. We supposed to start at 8, but you know we still waiting. Okay, here we go. They started the live on Instagram, so we about to get into it. I'm gonna share my screen. Share my screen. And we gonna be watching it. Sorry, y'all. Instagram stuff going on. Just give me 1 second, y'all. All right, here we go. I'm just trying to figure out where to um the game looks funny as hell. Trying to figure this shit out. It's hilarious. What's up? What's up?
Hey.
Hi.
Hold on, just give me a second. I'm trying to get room right here.
No worries. Yeah, y'all. So people on YouTube, we are live on here and on Instagram. So join us. We about to have a pretty girl good time this evening. Get your smoke ready. Get your drink ready.
That means you have access to add people.
Cause it's about to go down tonight.
It's not.
Share this live, y'all. Share this live.
Okay. Did you request it? Because I don't know how to add it otherwise.
I'm about to close my window. I don't know.
What does it mean if you're a moderator? Is that what it says?
Say it again.
I added you as a moderator. What does that mean?
That's somebody that moderates the comments.
Okay.
Butter I ain't got no moderator.
I'm getting requests from them, and I don't know how to add them without requesting. Wait, come on, what live? Oh, she talking about this one? Let's see. Lord have mercy. How do I add people without them requesting?
Sorry, y'all. There's a technical delay going on Instagram. And a couple of people said I was echoing, so I'm actually about to go get get my mic and my yeah. I'm about to go do something because it's crazy around here. BRB, yo. BRB. 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 BRB, yo. BRB. Yeah, so when this comes back on, I'm gonna have to figure out what this echo is about. Which I'm not in the mood to be trying to do, but we gotta do what we got to do. So listen, um, while we wait to go live on Instagram, I just want to, come on here and talk to y'all about a couple of things. So y'all do know, if you don't know, Welcome to O's House will be premiering. There are already a couple of episodes on High Times Network with Mr. C on Roku TV. So please go and check that out. If you go on the High Times Network on Roku TV, you will see Welcome to O's House in the lineup. Okay. So make sure y'all go check that out and do that. Also, um, also, um, we have some um, opportunities for some sponsorship packages for some companies, brands, product placement during the show, um, commercials during the show, ad placements, and etc. So, artists, authors, clothing brands, um, people who, dispensaries, um, all the things. I don't care what you do. If you a company, you got a company and you have a business, send me a message. Hit me up on in the email from the musclemg@gmail. Um, also, you can I'll put that in the chat. Also, you can reach out on Instagram as well. Wait, keep going. I'm live. Okay, hello. Here we go. All right, we about to get back on live on this Instagram. Um, Hello to whoever is tuning in. Thank you for joining. Welcome to Old House. Appreciate you coming on. Let's get it. We're about to get into it. We're about to get into it. Hold on. I know my voice is like, I know y'all probably can hear it. Somebody can hear my voice is sounding crazy. All right, let's get it.
Eerie. I'm talking about Eerie. Yo.
Came into the live. I was listening, paying attention. What's up, Rumor?
I'm talking about, hey.
Hi. Oh boy. Somebody's birthday is brewing.
Let me end this. I'm talking shit. Yo, y'all is dry. Y'all is dry.
I was like, oh boy, what we doing? What are we doing?
My bad. Y'all we dry. Not gonna lie. Where is Yam and Dolly?
Happy early birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Happy couple hours before.
Thank you. I feel live about to be like a good 3 hours. I might make it to 12 on the live. We gonna see.
We gonna see. You might make it. You might make it. But I might. But I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Where's Dolly and Kim?
Where we at? What we doing? You got to go back up.
Straight talk, no chaser.
Shout out to you. Shout out to Straight Talk No Chaser.
I don't give a fuck. Oh, my bad.
Oh, that's out.
Still playing? My fault.
I am cracking up.
My fault, guys.
I am cracking up.
Yeah, we waiting for like 2 other hosts, and
yeah,
I don't know really yet.
Come on, pretty girls, let's get it. I'm talking about.
Yeah, that shit been stuck in my head. It's some good shit, y'all. It's some good shit. Oh my god.
All right, Yam is in. Yam is in the live.
Flags. Yeah, I'm trying to invite you. Join. I just invited you. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Am I there?
Yes, hello, we can see you.
There she go. It's all you said there go as soon as I popped on. And I was like, oh, I'm there. No, we said there she go. Like there. Oh, I didn't hear the shit. Because I thought you were about to be like, because she was like, so let me tell you what we talking about. There it go. What we talking about.
Oh.
All right, y'all. Let me tell y'all what we talk. We talk about episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4 from season 1.
Okay, so you.
Is it me? No, it's not me.
But it didn't start until Yam came on.
Oh, then it is me. Hold on. I got us on my TV too. Oh, that's why. Just mute your TV. You can keep it up. Okay. All right, that's better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
When the last girl comes on, it starts type shit. We waiting for Dolly. I don't know where Dolly at, y'all.
Oh, that's my sister. Shout out to Lioness Mo. It was just Leo season. What? Am I echoing now? Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely you. Hold on, because I'm about to go live back on my Twitch. Oh, it is mine. Oops, my bad, guys. Hold on.
I'm just mad that it keeps coming in on the same part. But I'm still echoing. So I got to figure this out.
I'm talking about in it. Hold on.
Yeah,
my bad, y'all. That shit stuck in my head. Y'all gonna hear that all
right,
night.
Clearly. Clearly, we gonna hear it. All night long, all night.
Alright, we gonna worry about this in a minute. Let's just go live from Twitch real quick. Alright. Okay, we live on Twitch now. Wait.
And I am also live on YouTube. Welcome to O's House. I am Olivia Bird, YouTube channel. We in there. All platforms. We running around here. Zah!
I'm sad I couldn't go live from the Get on the party, I am here. Get my brother Dingy, I'm up the kid. I'm just here. I'm a calm down though. I'm here though. I'm a calm down. Turn in the camera. Yeah, I don't know how to do it though. It don't work. I'm getting ready for my block party, y'all, but so I ain't even gonna be here. I got my AirPod and I can hear you.
All right.
Oh, well, so she can still talk your shit. Yeah, is that how you do it? Is that how it works? You just press that button, that camera off? I can still see Nate. No, you can just see your profile. Oh, when you turn your profile? When you turn the camera off, we can see your profile picture and we can hear you. We just can't see like in real time. We can see you now. We can still see you. Is what she's saying. The camera is still up. The camera, I hit the button. I'm bye. I'm dead. Hold on. It's not right though. We can still see you. It's not just me.
This is hilarious to me.
I'm sad I couldn't go live from the pretty girl page. We're talking about my love life, and now a bunch of niggas is gonna be on. They said Dolly needs to calm down. Open the last spot to guests that want to talk. Okay, fair enough.
We like that. We like that.
She really like that too.
True. True.
She came right up here. I'm gonna calm down anyway.
She said, I can hear you. I know what's going on.
She said, y'all don't have to see me when I talk.
Y'all funny. Hello. And welcome.
We got...
Listen, it's going to be crazy.
On top of that, we got 3 hours. Are we having side combos in the comments?
Possibly. But, you know, everything goes here. Because guess what? There's no moderating on my YouTube channel. And I hope there's no moderating in this chat here on this IG. Because...
no moderator on my Twitch, y'all.
Because we about to get into it.
Oh, yeah.
We going to see it and watch it together as one. As one. We're going to watch this. And Yam, I am so glad you are here because I want to get your inside scoop on what the fuck.
I would have liked to get an inside scoop too.
Ooh.
This. But you know, I got you. Whatever I'm allowed to say, I'm gonna say.
Honey, I mean, you can say whatever you want to say for real. Yes, definitely share this live. Share the live to all your friends and even the people you don't like. Cause maybe you want to say something to them that they might need to hear it on this live this evening.
Hopefully none of them are any of the men I talk to.
Well, I mean, nothing's private anymore, Yam. You done put it out there. I mean, not everything.
I talk to doesn't have a general interest in the actual show. Oh, they say you could talk now. The show out.
Oh.
I wasn't even hiding anything particularly from anybody. They just I don't think they're watching the show. So they just see little stuff from like the reels and stuff.
So. What is going on, Rumor? You okay?
Yeah, y'all. I just been having some technical difficulties with my Twitch a little bit, so niggas is over here trying to figure that out on the laptop. But y'all good. Everything over here. Y'all straight. It's probably like y'all can talk while I'm over here figuring out my Twitch.
All good.
Look crazy right now. But,
all good.
YouTube doing okay?
Yeah, YouTube is good. We over here. I can't see who's watching, but I'm ready to share screens and get the people's input. I heard we got questions that some of the fans have asked, and they want to know what's going on in Pretty Girls Love Weed, and we gonna let them know.
I'm excited for the next episode.
Oh gosh.
Only because the next episode should have the part of like the continuation of like that was supposed to happen this year, and it didn't happen as well as we wanted it to go. So like it's just like this will be my continuation, or this will me be getting done what my agenda was. I just want to say this, Neil. I am so looking forward for the next couple episodes. Why? Because I've been keeping in touch with Pretty Girls before they even drop the fucking episode. So I low-key know the shit that's about to happen. And I just can't wait. I can't wait. My YouTube, my Twitch, everybody about to see. Yo, I can't wait, yo. I just can't wait. I can't wait. And the fact that people are like currently talking about season 1 shit and just twisting and saying shit to people who are trying to view this and making it seem one way when it's not that way. So I just can't wait till this shit drop. I just can't wait. I'm just fine.
Child.
Yeah, that was a mouth. It's about to be a pain in my ass. The camera never lies, and I can't wait for the camera to show so everybody lies can come into play. Like, this shit is about to be crazy. I mean, look, didn't the camera just show out in episode 4 that the camera never lied? Y'all didn't peep that?
Yeah, it's like, all I'm going to say is, because I know we about to get into the episode, but what I am going to say is that you can't explain, or you can't explain or clear the air on no elaborate lie. You can't do it. Like, you can't do it. There's no clearing the air. There's no you can listen. I'm gonna believe my eyes. I ain't gonna believe what you talking about. I'm gonna believe my eyes and my ears. Like, no, shorty. But oh boy, the tea party's in the chat.
I appreciate if we're gonna make this a continuous thing, because like I don't know how the episode's gonna play out. Like if they're gonna do like the shit that happens in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very hard to show that in the show unless we're literally going to be showing receipts and stuff like that. And then last year the girls. I thought somebody read the chat. Yeah, people were reading the chat, but then also a lot of the shit that played into the show last year was FaceTime shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And when you record FaceTime, it's no sound. So a lot of the time, like it wasn't nobody was recording on the camera though while whoever was on FaceTime was. Because then a lot of it was random too. So like a lot of the FaceTime calls was random and it was initiated by the girls. So it's like if there was nobody on board active in the chat, and all of a sudden we FaceTiming, shit that escalated in FaceTime or information that had came out on FaceTime, but then discussed in chat. Like, so we don't have like the initial comments or the initial reports or anything like that.
Okay.
So that's how like it might be like missing pieces, or shit might escalate here and then up, even though it kind of started here. You know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of shit get escalated real quick, because a lot of times they was arguing on FaceTime, not just in messages. Now, mind you, they was arguing messages. Quana can message. Quana can go. Them girls can. Matter of fact,
Quana, man.
If I can get the texts from last year, it will reboot on this phone. I can have all last year messages on this phone. Like, but yeah, that's really what the issue is. In the last couple of episodes is when it's gonna play out.
Child.
So, but some messages was. I know if I'm. Well, no, I say if I thought Green was talking about other messages that was read, but that's neither here nor there right now.
What you sipping on?
What happened with you? Episode 4. Episode 4 did what India's. Did you what? Yo, Tea Party. I'm gonna need you to get your English together for one.
Okay, because I was trying to figure out, was it you or was it the question?
The question. The question say what happened. It say what happened with you? Episode 4 did what India say was it true? That's literally what it says, by the way, guys. Word for word. But I'm guessing what they meant was, what happened on episode 4? Did you do what India said?
Stop.
And is it true? Like, yeah, it's true. Yeah. confirmed it, like what the whole situation was about. Yeah, she confirmed it, what it was all about. Like some of the, like she could, yeah, so her confession was a little further than my confessional, I think, in the episode. The entire time. She was doing a different type of confessional. And then on another confessional, it had got confirmed what was, we had discussed the basement scene and everything like that. But basically what happened was, and it might be the only lie that I really told, was I was confronted in the basement scene and I was just ready to be like, you know, what we did or whatever like that. The issue was like, I did not tell nobody that me and him was fucking. When that was what happened. We were doing a challenge and the girl,
y'all listen to YouTube?
We were doing a challenge and I was fucking Shira and her team with Lonnie. And when we were in the car, I was like, oh, I wanted to ask Chia for help in editing our video or whatever like that. So then Shira was like, you must really fuck with Chia. And I was like, yeah. Now, at the time, if that had meant I fucked him, like I'm fucking him, I didn't know. If you asking the girls season 1, I wasn't using that particular slang, like, at all. So when I thought when he meant fuck with him, I thought she was asking, like, was I trying to get at him? Did I like him? Was I feeling him? Now I was fucking with him. And you can even see in the episode, she was like, I said, I fuck with him. And then Danny winked in and said, she fuck with him or she fucking him? And I'm like, you're pushing the narrative. So I left it alone because at the end of the day, it was like, we were down here because Danny had a problem with me talking to him. Like all that time up until then, she was messaging me she was messaging me like, what's up with you and him and what's going on and what's your agenda and shit like that. And I'm like, nothing, we're friendly or whatever like that. And then I want to say something, but I'm gonna keep it to myself. I don't think it would be appropriate to say, especially since I'm live from the Pretty Girl page. But Kia back here.
Wow, that's a wow. Wow.
I'm gonna say it. I don't care. So like, for starters, Ian was definitely correct on her fucking confessional. She said, I'ma either be somebody's side or have somebody sloppy seconds. And I'ma just say, from being on season 2, she definitely didn't get the seconds.
Oh, Jesus.
Everybody, well, I don't know if everybody did. Like, I knew that was, if you want to call competition or you want to be like, you've seen what other people's interest was, like, that was something that had already peaked last year. But I didn't give a fuck, and I really didn't know neither of them. So whatever that was, I really didn't care. And I was like, I didn't know him until
what's up, Larry?
Auditions. I ain't know shit about that man until auditions. I ain't know shit about none of them until auditions. So I really didn't care. Go whatever. But
now we're the second sloppy. Or were they just seconds?
I didn't have seconds.
No, I was talking about whoever got the seconds. Were they sloppy or was they just seconds?
I mean,
oh well, we'll
we're in a little uproar when they found out him definitely did she moisturized that. So
oh God. Whew. Let me go to my spot where I got to light this up, child, because I'm ready to get to it. Moisturize is definitely crazy, yo. It's definitely crazy. Moisturize is crazy for sure. You got a what now? Wait, I missed something.
I can tell August with Larry. Larry wants to know. Larry said, "Let me hear what you gotta say."
There she goes.
Golly. Virgo season is in full effect, guys.
He got to go his way.
We got an August Virgo and a September Virgo in the mix right
now. They was talking about Yin was giving her synopsis. And we was asking if we was trying to see if Chia, whoever got Chia second, was they sloppy or was it just seconds? We don't know because nobody on here got the seconds. Wait, what? Do y'all for? Oh, well.
We know certain comments we don't read.
Hey, send a DM. Send a DM. Send the DM. Priceless available. Like what? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Okay, I got a question. I got a
plethora. Several.
I do have one question. My question is for Yam. I'm very curious, Yam, on how you felt about that whole situation that took place, because what you said kind of sparked a little something. Like, you said that you knew, basically insinuating that you wasn't the only person who knew. I'm just curious on how you felt about this situation, especially because you are a season 1 and a season 2 girl. So if you know, then I feel like you could kind of see how these two situations have similar, might not be the same exact, but they definitely have similar situations that took place on both seasons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not the same girls, different girls and all, but same situations in a sense. And the reaction on season 2 is not the same reaction on season 1. So I'm very curious on how you feel about that. We have pretty girl Nina Raw in the joint, y'all.
What's up, Nina?
So the way how I feel about things is like, my initial thing is always, when you are doing something to somebody else, people roll with it. You know what I'm saying? They roll with it. As soon as some shit happens to you, you're against it all the time. But it was like, you knew I acted this way. You knew this is how I am. So don't be cool with it when it's like this, but don't be cool with it like that. Like, I would prefer if my friend was like, I could see Dolly doing that. Like, she would, even if she laughed about something, she would still go, but you know that's wrong, though. Like, we would initiate it in the air, though. That's wrong. There's no delusion. There's no pump faking. Nothing like that. If it's wrong, it's wrong. And then if it gets done to her, she would just be like, but I already knew you was like that. She'd be like, I don't like it, but I knew you was like that. Type shit. So, we see her in the confessional. Exactly. So it was, and then I even got called out because she didn't really know what was going on. So like, I ended up getting called out about it, saying, oh, the reason why she didn't know about it was because I felt like she was gonna tell me I was wrong, which really I don't give a fuck. If she know that, she'll tell me I'm wrong, or I might tell her she wrong either way, and then it'll still get done. So that really that really wasn't the reason why. It was just like, and I want to go into it more if we discuss the other episode, but like, that's just, shit just ended up like that because there was other stuff going on a lot. But everybody knew. If you could see that message, and I don't know if you probably don't know Afaya's, I don't know if you know how Afaya rolled. Before she was on that show, I didn't know who she was. If you do a little bit of research on it, that girl is constantly something being told about her fighting. She got a short temper. She putting her hands on whoever she feels disrespect. That's how it's happening. She calls me and lets me know. I told this person, I hit this person up in the DMs, I hit this person up in the DMs, saying I'm a trasher, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Now, we all knew. And Danny knew. You knew. There was no way you didn't know. And I don't know all their conversations in the background, but I do know, like, it wasn't just, yeah, we discussed the issue and then we discussed it and then it was over with. And when the time happened at the comedy show, it was over with, but that wasn't true. There was no clear, the situation was resolved by the comedy show. on our way to the comedy show, she was ready to trash her. She was. And I was there, and I was like, I just kept telling her, like, don't do it, or whatever, like that. I just said, don't do it, you know. I don't necessarily, like, pick a side, per se. My feelings are just like, I don't want nobody to fight. You know what I'm saying? But in the situation, if you want to say I picked a side, I really don't care. But I just didn't want nobody to fight. But I really don't appreciate how y'all all knew. They all knew. And even if they did tell Danny, I just didn't like how they did it. Was like, yeah, you did know. Because they didn't know. I know for a fact that knew. I knew for a fact Sharon knew. I knew for a fact even JoJo knew. She even fucking told JoJo. The white girl that she was in private DMs. It wasn't like just I'm saying, oh, it was in the chat and then we ain't discussing no more. We thought it was over with. She was actively telling girls in their DM that she had any conversation with at some point that's how she felt about her. She's like, I'm letting y'all know. It wasn't a secret. She wasn't trying to hide it. So
that's crazy.
When they didn't speak up to say that they knew, how did that make you feel? And just for confirmation, just so everybody know, Shira to this day is still saying that she didn't know. And I have proof of that as well.
I mean, that's not surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, let's keep it real. Shira. I mean, we know what's up.
Pretty girl Quana just tapped into, y'all.
What's up, Quana? What's up, Quana?
And pretty girl Quana in the comments, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna say this like real calm. So, and you gotta tell the story to tell the situation real quick. One of the things Alfaya had a problem with Danny is because Danny asked Alfaya to be a fly on the wall. She asked her to be a girl that was separated from the group, but yet was close enough to the group where she could still hear intel or hear secrets from girls and then report it back to Danny. She didn't like that because she already felt like an outsider, and that will only put her more on the outside of the girls, and she kind of was trying to have like some type of sisterhood. So she didn't like that. Okay.
What in the?
I believe Shira basically ended up being the rat. Ended up being the fly on the wall. Okay. So that's just how I feel. And there's like I don't really care, like that or not like that. That didn't make me see Shira in a type of way because it was like I never really tried to hide anything. When you really look at the show and how I played it, I just told my business. That's it. I told my business. And so it was really like it didn't have no problem with me. I hated how it got twisted up and the basement scene happened. That's why when I looked at her and I pointed to her and nobody responded, was like, but then at the same time, I couldn't get mad at like Quana because like Quana had like an in and like a on and off or like not really a situation with Danny type shit. So I don't think anybody would have expected Quana to warn Danny, and if she did, like Quana, because that's how Quana played her game. But there was like no love towards Danny or whatever like that. So for somebody to say that's like if a girl came up to a manager, you just like I don't know if I'm at work and I get a manager and you're my manager and I don't really respect you as the manager per se because I don't know how you got that job and when we're working I don't see how you got that job. I don't see how I have to have loyalty to you about certain shit or whatever like that. And that's just
What'd you say, Dolly? Oh, she not talking. You talking to us or no? Okay.
Yeah, I knew. They just like yeah, they didn't say anything, but like I didn't expect Shira to say nothing. Yeah, I'm just the viewer. I wasn't really trying to put Quana on the spot. I already knew I was
Rumor. What is happening?
Is that you playing the video? It's like, at the end of the day, you got kicked out. You got put back in. You said your piece, right? You spilled why it really happened. It was because of envy and this, that, and the third. You get what I'm saying? It was over. You know what I'm saying? So now we had an event. At the end of the fucking day, it's an event. We are a unit. We come together. And when we leave that shit, it can do whatever. You feel what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, like I said in the beginning, the comedy show, we was not a unit. Oh. We wasn't a unit. We wanted to sit up front. Alfaya had front row seats. Danny had the other girls in the third row, the fourth row. You already know. I got a strong opinion on that. We already spoke on it, but I guess I'll speak on it here. That was wrong, bro. That was wrong. Because at the end of the day, you know how Danny felt about you. And I feel as though you didn't care about you and Danny first. You only cared about somebody that you just met. You just met that girl and you was ready to put everything to the side, everybody that I've been knew, all because of, I'm assuming, your first interaction because of how people might have treated her at the first night at the Playhouse. And that made you be like, oh, come on, I'll take you under my wing. And now I care for you all wholeheartedly, but F everybody else I've been knew, F everybody else I've been getting to know. And that's how I think you was carrying. It was corny. No, me and Danny didn't have a friendship. That's what I'm saying, like, and going off of like what, wait, listen, going off of what me and Danny did not talk outside of when we met up, right? We met up. I'm not gonna lie, she threw small shots that I didn't really, not shots. She said I was doing a good job doing whatever I was doing as far as like really stepping up and doing the thing. So like when me and Danny met up and I spent time with her, I was spending time with her. But even you don't always say, oh, just because I'm spending time with this girl, it's definitely making a connection. Me and Alfaya, a little bit before Playhouse, and then after Playhouse, every day to every other day, that girl would call me and talk to me about whatever she was talking to me about, whatever she was going through, her kids, her son. I went over her house. I met her son. Bummy went over her house. All that. All that to get to the control thing. So, and that's what you think that you and somebody got a bond. You think somebody gonna allow you to meet their son, have you over their house? You all, this is why God, yeah, bruh, accountability. What you did was wrong. That's fine, but you're not talking about what I did was wrong. You're commenting on my relationship with Danny. Yeah, because you have to recognize your relationship with Danny to realize why it was wrong, and you literally are trying to. But how you? No, you're going off of how you felt about me, not how I felt about Danny. That girl was hurt just as much as you was hurt. So wasn't no bond, wasn't no relationship. Me and the other shorty that we are no longer going to speak on, we left you and you stayed there with her. To the point that we sit up here like, oh, what y'all doing, huh? Why she always on your head? Why she always want to spend time with you? Why she care so much about you? Ain't nobody gonna care that much about somebody if they don't have a bond with somebody. Dolly, when you left me and I stayed where? When y'all was at that game night, when you was going to go hang out with her by yourself, you was hang out with them. I didn't go hang out by myself.
Thank you.
You was at that game night. Okay, what time? Dolly. Okay. To the point that we thought that y'all was bumping coochies. Yeah, no, because I wanted to. First of all, you already know what I was going through, and I was on the show. That was it. It seemed like fun. How she took it has nothing to do with how I took it. Because in personal, what did I say when I came to the show? I said I wasn't there to make friends. When I came to hang with her, we was recording with Don and IT. Or whatever. I think. So you wasn't there to make friends? You ain't just say that. When you cared about Althea, when you did all of that for Althea. Yeah, but I wasn't there to make friends. I'm sorry. What was I hurt by? Wait, when me and Danny fell out, Danny didn't hurt my feelings. I hurt myself because you won't keep over talking me.
Whew. Well,
listen, just to clear the air, hold on, just to clear the air, the comment that came through, Dolly and Yam are cool. They are cool. They're friends. They're cool. I feel like when when friends can talk like this, like that means that they locked in, they cool, they good. Like they're able to sit here, discuss some shit, agree to disagree, and move on. Like they're cool, they're cool. Just to address a comment that came through, they are cool.
Yes.
Yam and Dolly are cool. Just to address that. But yeah, y'all can go ahead. My bad. I did not see Danny as a friend. She stressed me the absolute
You
fuck
got to get out of here
with what she did, on top of how she treated certain situations that I was going through at the time. Now, I'm not mad at her for how she treated the situation because I don't expect nothing from nobody who doesn't know me, not that cool with me, not that close with me, none of that. She talking about she hurting me. If she could imagine how I would have responded if she was doing that to me, complete and total different, separated. Now, it's not fair to even suggest that her and Danny was on the same level or nothing like that because that's light years away. But it really wasn't like that. Like I really didn't see like she don't know, but like she do know because there's always like a joke about like everybody like Yam to a certain point or whatever, or like my outgoing persona is like kind of easy to deal with and stuff like that. So Danny be like, you want to hang out? And I'm like, I got time. So like, yeah, but it was always reference to like the show. Do you want to come do a confessional? Do you want to come do training? Stuff like that or whatever. So, but like outside of the show talk, I was talking to Alfaya about personal stuff. I wasn't talking to Danny about personal stuff or whatever. We only talked about the show. That was it.
training for what? Training for what?
Like just like you know how like when we do confessionals this time and then like Don would do like production would get like the little critiques about stuff like that.
Okay.
I couldn't roll back then or whatever like that. So there was one time where she was like she took like it's the video of me doing the fast joint. That's actually a lesson.
Okay.
And then like she said, we were doing the game night, but the game night she's talking about, she didn't even go to that game night, and the game night she was at, I left with her. So I don't know what she means. She didn't leave me to do game night, but I did go by myself because it was other girls there and stuff like that. And if you leave me somewhere, 9 times out of 10, I'll close the place. If I go there by myself, I'll chill until the event is over because I ain't got nothing to do because I usually clear my space out. So it be like that or whatever. But I don't feel like, but her and Lonnie on the outside looking at them being my close friends and her technically being a little, like, Dolly's not claiming, but she is territorial or something like that. So it's just like she said, you was just hanging out with this girl. Like, you just hanging out with this girl out of nowhere and stuff like that. So I guess it was more than what it was. But I don't get bored. I can enjoy people very easily and stuff like that. And I didn't dislike Danny. And then till this day, till this day, or like till up until the end, I never really talked that bad about her, like on some wild shit. I never brought her up to talk shit about her. I never really said I didn't like her. I always just said I didn't like how she like did certain shit or whatever like that. But and even when she talked out her shit to me like every day after that fucking basement scene, or like it was like for 2 weeks straight till like she would get on live, call me all types of whores and hoes and this and the third, and like just run me through and shit like that. And then at the end of the day,
that's
I still
crazy.
Really say I disliked her because you know what? She still could. She always at the end of the day said my food was good. So like I'm like that. Like it really do take me a lot to not like somebody. Mm-hmm. I really usually just don't like how you do shit. So it wasn't based off of friendship. That's just how I am. Like, okay, that girl like that. But I know a lot of people that's like real high strong in their feelings, talk a lot, doing all this other shit or whatever like that. But it's not gonna make me mad. And of course, anybody would call me a hoe when I tried to get with your best friend or your friend, and apparently he had a girlfriend or 2 girlfriends. And I just want to comment on that real quick. As I watched the episode on with both of y'all, that I kind of got upset about, that I did get upset about during the time because there's a lot going on. I kind of don't like that we were all cool with the fact that Chia cheated on his girl, right? He said, I cheat on my girl. But we wanted to give him snaps, claps, and whistles because he didn't want to do my baby daddy wrong. I came right up front with and let him know what the deal was. And just for the record, they 1 fucking year did not talk outside of that school and did not talk in the fucking hallway like that. So whatever bros before hoes that it really fucking wasn't. Because up until then, the nigga told me he was gonna see me later. Well, did he see you later? He see me in Playhouse, and at Playhouse we did have a chance to do a little bit more, but then his girl called. You were willing to be the girl number, what number?
4.
The girlfriend, I was supposed to be, well, he had 2 girlfriends apparently. So I was still gonna get their sloppy seconds, but then not the pretty girls sloppy seconds. See me.
Child.
I don't know. Hold on, because I definitely said that. I definitely said that on my Twitch. I definitely said that when I was reviewing that. I was like, Kim kind of contradicted herself there because she did get somebody sloppy seconds in a sense. But if she's talking about specifically pretty girls, then she definitely didn't get no sloppy seconds. I was talking about pretty girls or whatever because I kind of like the girlfriends were like outside of my pretty girls thought process at the time or whatever. And just I want to let everybody know that was my first attempt as being like a side bitch. So that was my first attempt at ever being a side bitch at all. What she said.
Okay. Well, all right.
Okay. Any other questions?
We appreciate that. But I appreciate though, yeah. To be honest, like I appreciate the fact, like I like when you talk. I like when you are passionate about what you're talking about. Because sometimes I just be looking like, what the fuck, Em? Like, why are you letting people talk to you crazy? Like, say something. Say something, please. So I appreciate you. You know.
The question says, Dolly, why did you pick the side that you picked? Oh, hold on, wait. I picked the wrong question up. Hold on, wait, my bad. I don't pick sides. There you go. I posted it on the John so y'all can see it. Why, Dolly? Hey, hi. Did you pick the side that you picked? Where do you see me pick a side? I just listen. And then I said, and I spoke on past experiences. And I basically said that was kind of triggering for me because it's like, dang, bro. And I'll say it to her right now. You ain't changed a bit. Ain't no style for me, but when you see that somebody that, you got past the issue with, y'all move on and then they still go and do that same issue again, it's like, all right, we gonna have to have a talk again. Because you ain't changed a bit. But like, do you feel some type of way because she didn't do it to you in a sense? Because the situation wasn't really with you. Yeah, nothing. Right. So do you feel a type of way, even like just seeing it from the third party view now, even though it's not with you now in this situation, from seeing it from a third party view, do you feel are you still looking at the situation, like, not now, but in that moment, were you still looking at the situation like, damn, yeah, like, you really just, it's just a cycle? Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. Yes, that's where that line comes from. You ain't changed a bit. So, like, just an insider on y'all friendship. How does that work if you feel like that's just a continuous cycle with him? I'm just curious. We have our minds. Understood. Okay, respect that. And I feel like when you can sit down and y'all see, we can have rough conversations. We can have tough conversations. We probably can make each other cry. Well, it's probably be me because I'm sensitive. But we can have those conversations and be like, what you did was drawing, what you did hurt my feelings. I don't like what you did. I don't like how that Carrie did. And we'll sit and talk about it. And hopefully when it come back again, it'll be like, all right, don't do that again. But if it does have to come around, which is probably not really likely and stuff for that situation, but it had nothing to do with me, it's like, dang, bro, here we go again. I'm just on the opposite side. And in all honesty, it has to do with how did you guys feel about the looking smoked out trend? Huh? I don't even know. I seen that. I don't even know what trend you're talking about. I don't look smoked out. I look fucking tired because I'm doing shit every goddamn day, and so am I because they go to work.
Next.
I was wondering that too. Like, if you feel like a friend constantly on BS, how can you trust they won't be on BS with you? Well, I mean, technically, based off of the confessional we've seen on the show, Yam and Dolly have clearly personally went through that same situation. So, because of that, that's why I asked the question that I asked. Like, how does that friendship work in a sense? Like, not saying love the friendship, y'all, love that for y'all, but I'm just curious on how they work. If y'all like, if you personally went through it, and then you was on a third party view seeing it, and then like, how are you still able to like continue that? I was just curious on how like, but y'all. I'm not even. They talk about niggas look smoked out, but whatever. Next.
I don't know what y'all doing.
Anyways, and I've been saying this all last year about it is like it's hard to explain how we got through it or to explain because then we have to go and like talk about it. And it has a lot of different components to how it led up to that situation. It really wasn't like this cut and dry or whatever. Like you can kind of look at this as black and white. You can look at them two had a problem, and instead of keeping myself out of the problem, I allowed myself to be put in the problem, and then I didn't do what probably I guess was like a clear indication of clearing myself of the problem or whatever like that. Like Afia told me, and that's why I said I don't know if the other girls did tell Danny or not. Like I didn't really care. She told me, and the only thing I was more concerned about was like talking her out of it. Like you could just leave the show, and I said that. I told her to leave the show. I'm like, you can just leave the show. You don't have to keep coming around, doing none of that stuff or whatever, because I didn't feel like she was strong enough to do it. I ended up doing it. You know what I'm saying? When the problem happened and Danny felt the way how she came, I still showed up to every event, doing my own little thing, chilling out, let that girl talk her shit. She talked her shit, open up morning with me on the brain. I didn't really give a fuck. That shit didn't bother me. But I didn't feel like Afia could do that. And I had talked to Buck, and me and Buck was like on watch. I was on watch to the best of my ability, whatever. But I just felt like I told her, don't do that. I also didn't feel like it was all Danny's fault about the situation because, like I said, she was mad about the fly on the wall comment, and then she was like, it was like a little bit twisted in her feelings, and I'm like, you can't put that all on Danny, like, because the other girls, they not just doing what she's saying. That has, shit to do with her nigga. That has shit to do with your nigga. And you either gonna go to each girl and talk to her about that situation, about those situations, or you just going or talk to your nigga or whatever you're gonna do. But I'm like, that's not how that go. Or whatever. At the end of the day, in real shit, I was more mad at the girls than I was mad at like what Danny was asking her to do or whatever the issue was. And because they had an argument and she wanted to fight her, like, I personally don't get into it like that if we're just arguing over the phone, because at that time, once we get off the phone, I'm over it and whatever like that. That's why I didn't really show any sign of it until shit started happening in person, and then I deal with in-person shit. So that's just how I felt. That's why I was like, even though, okay, I shouldn't have told her, I still was like, I wasn't telling the girl, like, yeah, you right, it's Danny's fault. Yeah, fuck Danny, Danny this, Danny that. Because a lot of the girls came on the show not realizing it was a fucking show or not treating it like a show. A lot of girls thought that we were going to get fake agendas and act out fake agendas. It was going to be fake issues happening. And for some reason, they didn't think they was going to have real beefs or not like the girls that was on the show. For some reason, I really don't know why. So it was like, I'm not surprised at the shit what is happening. I'm not surprised at the situation we have. Like, I feel like a lot of you girls probably I lived with a bunch of bitches in a fucking apartment before, in a house before, in high school, and it was nothing but drama. And I had to be in the middle or make people mediate or talk this and listen to other sides. So it wasn't no surprise that it was drama. So, but for some people was like shocked by it, and I'm just like, nah. So in my opinion, I never wanted Danny to get touched. I really was on the side of like, Afia, just quit. Don't fight that girl. It's not worth it. None of that shit. That was the only reason why I went to the comedy show because I was sick that day. So, well, I felt sick that day, and we will find out, how sick I was that day. But, so yeah, that was like my mindset on their situation. Like, it wasn't like, yeah, fight that bitch, beat that bitch up. Well, I want that bitch to get like, I want you to like sneak her or something like that. No, it was like, don't do it. And I honestly didn't go. In my point of view, I didn't want to tell Danny and then Danny be on 10. I already got a fire on fucking 10. And honestly, I felt like the way how Danny is so high strong, cussing and doing all that extra shit, she was going to come on 10. I didn't expect for her to be professional at the comedy show. Or I expected her to like say that little smart shit she be saying. So that's just how I felt about her personality. I just felt like 2 bitches on 10. It's nothing we can do. Y'all definitely going to fight. But I can count one bitch down. I can't count both bitches down. So, how do you feel about Casper making a special appearance in episode 4 and holding Danny back from, like running at you? I really tried to do the whole basement scene really calm. Like, I really did. And to the point where
anybody in there?
I felt like shit was fake because I felt like I didn't do anything that bad, and she was like hyped immediately after we talked about Chia. So in my mind, I was like, why are you getting so mad about Chia? And I was like, okay, now we're moving to the fire thing, and I was like, I'm still kind of calm on the situation. Did I think she was gonna hit me? No. I mean, how could she? Casper was holding her back. Like I really didn't think she was going to mind you, I'm all the way over there because they caught me coming out the bathroom. So, like, can you imagine? I come out the bathroom, everybody, he comes downstairs, everybody's just like this, and I'm just like, okay. So then I just, that's why I'm over there. I wasn't over there because they separated us. I wasn't over there because nothing else did. Oh, that sounds so familiar. Like, that sounds so familiar. So it was just familiar. It was just like, all right. And when she did all that, I'm just looking at her. Like, that's why in my mind, that's why I started yelling, because I'm like, why you acting like that? Like, you acting like you scared of the girl. Like, you acting like you mad at me because you really felt like you was going to get your ass beat. Like, you really felt that. But if you felt like you wasn't going to get your ass beat, I felt like you could have said what you said to me, and then at the end of the day, it would have been ended like, but she was gonna get her ass beat though. Like, I don't really give a fuck about you not. I really felt like if she felt the way how she felt about her shit, she wasn't gonna get her ass beat. It should have been like, you know what? It don't even fucking matter if you told me or not, because that bitch was gonna get her ass beat if she touched me. That's how I felt about it. I felt like she was yelling too much, and then when I started yelling, it was really because I got irritated from being yelled at. Like, the same thing over and over, and then you keep yelling at me, trying to get me to change what I said. And it was like I said, I don't got no problem with you. I really don't care about it that much. The way how I felt was I was there to make sure she wasn't going to fight you. And if you don't believe me, I understand that. I don't feel like I took a side, and I didn't take it on purpose. Because I'll go with, Dolly saying it the way she said it in that confessional. When she said, I literally said, I'm like, I guess I took the side. But when Danny kept saying it, she was like, you took that side because you don't like me. You took that side because you want my place. You took that side. So I just kept saying, like, no, I don't. Like, no, that's why no, I don't was stuck in my head, because the reasons why she said I took a side, I really, like, no, I didn't. But, like, if it was just like Dolly said, the way how it really, when she said it like that on the confessional joint, I was like, I guess I took a side, but it wasn't for the reasons, it wasn't like because I had, like, any hostile feelings towards Danny. I just didn't have any feelings towards Danny. That's why even now, what she's saying right now, she said it like everybody else did. That girl had a more stronger bond with me than I realized, and I wasn't feeling the same way that she was feeling, and I guess she just expected something from me that wasn't really there. That girl was crying. You stop that thing. Oh, wait. Wait. Hold on. Pause. Because we got a season 1 girl that just tapped in. So let's just talk about this, because we are talking about season 1, episodes 1 through 4. Mm-hmm. So how does everybody feel about Pretty Girl Envy and how she did her little, cause she was episode 3. If y'all ask me, that was her episode. I mean, I'm just saying that was definitely her episode. She performed. She took over, crowd presence, everything. So how y'all feel about her performance? Cause y'all were y'all there? I don't mean no hate. I love Envy. I always ask for Envy when I'm doing something. That episode was corny, boring, and dry. I kind of want Dolly to cam down and another girl to cam up who was at that performance. I'll cam down. So if there's anybody who was at the performance, can y'all cam up and then just let me know, am I wrong for how I did not like how that happened? Because Envy. Wait, let's see if she tapped in. Hold on. Let me see if she'll tap in. She's not like my favorite pretty girl. What's up? Okay.
Hello, Envy.
Good, y'all. I was doing my hair, so don't mind. I was just about to ask everybody doing hair. Oh yeah, and I'm here. Yeah, I was about to say, it looks like you was over there munching on something. So what happened? Oh, I got it. So did you see episode 3? No, I was about to watch it, but I already know about. But I was there that day. No, well, that day. I don't have no feelings towards that day because like that's your job. Do what you want to do whatever. I can't say nothing about it, right? I would be like not even a pot calling to Kettle Black, but it was like that. But I just was talking about how like I really got mad at you because the day of your performance, like she performed a freestyle. So if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it? Okay, so they're saying that episode 3 was ass, not Envy's performance, just the episode itself. Huh? So look, how the way it was, like I didn't even know I was performing, so it was like a little surprise. I ain't had no song and nothing ready, so I just had to perform what I know on my head.
Yikes.
So that's why I went like that. It was weird, and I know, but I really, in my mind, I really wanted you to turn them down and stuff like that. And then episode 3, we were naked real bad, so a lot of shit did not get seen. Like, so, yeah, we were, everybody was butt naked. I didn't know if niggas had clothes on or not. Like, I was genuinely confused. Wait, hold on. Somebody said, wait, Envy, was that your boyfriend that you was dancing with at the party on the episode? What? No. That was, you talking about Will. Like, no, that was a promoter. Yeah, he was one of the break dancers or something. Yeah, because there was a break dance competition. We had went to.
You could tell they didn't know each other, or they wasn't like in no situation. Yeah, like you could tell. Body language is everything. It was a nice dance.
We didn't know where we was going until we got there. So I could tell because at first they was like everybody was like, what the hell? Like, what is this? A warehouse? What's going on? All we knew we was like swing butt, okay, but like that was all we knew that we were supposed to be there.
Which is important.
They said who got beat up at broke ass party? What the fuck? Oh. You gotta wait for episode 7, 8. But wait. I thought we was only on episode 4. Right, I thought we were on 3. I thought we was talking about somebody who must have been at the party. Yeah, I'm about to say, hold on, pause. We talk about
Close it down.
Anybody got beat up. I'm just confirming that episode 7, 8 will be broke ass party content. So I was gonna say, go back to 3. Where I said I feel like episode 3 was Envy episode. Yeah, go back to Envy because I'm gonna take back out the joint when I'm done saying what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? My name's Envy, big dog. I don't give a fuck about how I come on the episode because that shit was real and uncut. You know what I'm saying? It was real last minute. So how I came is how I came. You know what I mean? Like everybody knows who the real me is. I ain't got a front for no fucking camera. Like I said, half of the time I forgot the camera was there. So you want to see what the fuck I go to sleep in? This is the fuck I go to sleep in. I ain't know it was going to be cameras. Nobody said nothing about cameras. So we ain't going to be acting like everybody knew what was up. So that was it. Like, that shit was real uncut. Like, I ain't got time for it's my fault. But the reason why shit got clicked up, that's not my fault. Maybe it was other shit going on. The camera wouldn't be on me all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I was in the fucking house, I'm like, yo. I don't know if you like remember too much about episode 4, but it was a whole situation that happened with Danny and Seducing. Oh yeah, when I was trying to talk to somebody asked what happened at the studio. What happened at what studio? Remember we was in the studio? They say, Evie, what happened at Stuck on T Studio? What happened? Remember when Danny and you say was? Oh yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, so they said Yam was filming it on her phone. First, I was doing that too, though. I be knocking down buckets, yo, off the list. They said if we come back, be the best. I'm gonna come back for sure. I wasn't even supposed to leave like that. I had boyfriend problems. She didn't give you the work for like one of the people that had a real good body. You ain't got like. Are we hearing Envy for season 3? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna come back this time. You got tracks this time. They talking about do better. I've been in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got songs. Envy season.
When the next time you dropping something, Envy? When the next time you dropping something?
I'm gonna drop something probably next month.
Okay.
You just did a performance too, didn't you? Yeah. How was that? It was good. Like I said, that was some like last minute type shit, but we already got a song together. We went to the studio, so it was nice to go in there and perform so everybody could know my song. Everybody was fucking with the vibe. But yeah, so yeah, when we was in the studio, I think Danny and Desai was supposed to be talking, but how the thing came up, Desai was sitting down and that shit just went from 0 to 100 how the way that shit was even brought up. I just felt like if the situation was approached differently, nobody would have been hollering and all of the extra shit, scenery shit would have. But yeah, nobody was scared of nobody. I just think that everybody was trying to talk at the same time, and it was just getting too noisy. And I used to work on the second floor where we was at. So I didn't even want to be a part of that fucking scene. So,
So do you think?
Yeah, they just had words for each other. Like,
do you think it's a? Do you think that people act differently when the camera's on than with how they do when the camera's not on?
Yeah, because like I said, when me and Danny got into something, she was like, wait for the cameras, and I don't do all that. Like, I can't wait for the cameras. I gotta tell you how I feel right then and there. Like, that's why me and Danny got, we went back and forth because it's like, I can't wait for no cameras. I'm coming up to you, and I got something to say to you. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. Like, she already now, like, me and Danny talk, but other than that, that was the only problem. Like, I had something to say to her about some shit how I felt, and she was like, "No, I'll wait for the camera. I don't do all that. I like to say how I feel. And I want to, you know what I'm saying, do what I gotta do with right then and there." So after all of that, y'all was supposed to go to like some Camden event or something. How you feel about that situation? Because even though you wasn't necessarily in the conversation that we seen, at least on the show, you did say something like at the end, and we did hear that you also were supposed to be a part of the people who got in that car. What car? And Duce car. You're supposed to ride with Duce, Quana, and Shira, right? To Jersey? To Jersey, yeah. To Jersey. Yeah, apparently when we were supposed to be going to Camden, it was you, Shira, supposed to be riding with Duce to Camden, but you had to work. Yeah, I think. So then you decided you weren't going, and then you accused Duce of not wanting to go because you wasn't going or something like that. Yeah, she is grown. Like, she don't work, she don't do shit because I do shit. Like, that lady do what the fuck she want to do. So I don't understand why people were saying that she didn't want to go because I didn't know. You see, she still was in Pretty Girls Love Weed. I wasn't in Pretty Girls Love Weed. So what the fuck? I don't understand why that was even, a comment. I didn't drink all the shit I was supposed to be drinking for the shot.
Hilarious. Crazy, yo.
I done drunk all I was supposed to drink. I done made me a little cocktail. This little white lemonade with some Patron, some Taylor Sport. Like, damn, Patron and Taylor Sport. Why?
You'd have thought it was her birthday.
Say I believe her. Okay, period. Yeah, MV for season 3. That's what happened. You already know I'm gonna take back in. I ain't naming nothing. If you really doing your music career, that'd be nice though. Yeah, I guess that would be tough. I'm always about y'all here doing your business. That's always like. I don't know just because I talk like this. I'm not mean. That's just power. I just talk with power. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just me. Like, I don't be trying. All right, it's 5 MVs. Remember? She let us know. She was like, "Sure, you don't know who the fuck you gonna get." Yeah, you don't know which one you gonna get. I keep it real. At least I know that.
I was about to ask what you bringing for what you bringing for season 3.
Before you tap out, it say Lemon Swags. What was your issue with Envy episode 3? She felt like me wiggling my nose was stupid. I said that. I came up to her and I was like, her nose wiggled when she talked. And she could have been drinking or whatever like that, but I really didn't care. So I was like, I had said it to her at Playhouse. She was like, I don't do that, fuck that dumbass shit. She said something like that. And I was when I flare my nose,
Clutching
and
her.
That shit is cute. The fuck? No. When I flare my nose, it's a problem. Like, when I flare my nose, that means I'm swallowing what the fuck I really want to say, but some nice shit just coming out. But it's like, it depends on the situation. Like, I talk. No, I think what they really meant is when I said that you and I feel I didn't connect with y'all two yet, and then they seen how you look and all that, like in the comments you had in the confessional. I don't know. Maybe they talking about that. Now with that, like I said, I didn't connect with y'all because what was you doing? You was cooking. You were doing I know. So that was my reason why I didn't connect with you. And when you was like you and Duce was doing what y'all was doing, like who you are being known. I was thinking to myself, I was in the kitchen. I was working on letting everybody know how I was. Yeah, that's why I was. But even when you was cooking in the kitchen, I kept coming up to you saying what you do. I kept coming up to you saying just because, like, I'm not about to just be walking past you just because you all busy in the kitchen. No, I'm gonna speak to everybody. I'm gonna see what's up with everybody. It's not checking everybody's temperature, but then again, it's checking everybody's energy at the same time, respectfully. So, we really didn't have, other than like the nose thing, me and her didn't. It was a lot going on with her, and we didn't have like a lot of connection. And then she was, I'm not gonna say like one of Danny's favorites, but Danny and Duce had their situation, so you were around Danny more so, or Danny liked you a lot. So we didn't really have those. And like Lonnie really did try to like connect with you or be your
what's
friend or
going
something
on
like
over
that.
here?
So it was like
YouTube.
I didn't try to stop that, and I could never
so we're on
none of my
Instagram
friends
Live.
to feel a certain way about a nigga or a bitch based off of me. You fuck with that person, and then maybe this is my issue. But if you fuck with that person, like cool, but I don't have to fuck with them, and you don't have to not fuck with them because I don't. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know I'm not like that. Kid, like this girls in my world that's beefing right now, and I'm cool with all of them. And so it's like that's how I roll or whatever like that. But like me and her ain't never had that. And like I said, the only issue was like this whole time she was saying she did music, so I was so mad that she had ended up doing like mostly a freestyle, and then I do remember it being last minute stuff like that. Like they wanted us to dance during the competition. Then they ended up having her perform. She didn't have her music on her. Like I remember, and I was just like, and it was like it was just so, and it was like that situation was weird or whatever like that. And I wish she was more prepared. Maybe I would have enjoyed the situation more. But like we was out there barely able to support her. We didn't know the words properly because I think I was Bobby. I said, Amy, what's the song? Let me listen to the song. Same way I do with Charlie. I'd be like, yo, what's the song? Oh, song. Like that's how I was.